Laurel, Mississippi is the beautiful filming location of HGTV's home renovation show called Hometown. It's also the home of Hellfighters USA, a mission and bike shop that helps men who recently got out of jail get back on their feet and start a new life. This southern town is full of people who are happy to meet you and welcome you to their town. It is a stop you will want to add to your bucket list. Stick around and we'll show you around.
Welcome to Have Fun Less Travel, where we love making memories, preserving history, and helping others. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Brenda. Follow along with us as we travel to see what interesting things we can find. You never know where we will go or what we will see next. Thanks for joining us.
While visiting our family in North Louisiana, we decided to take a little detour to visit the charming downtown area of Laurel, Mississippi. When I first mentioned this to Jeremy, he said, "What's in Laurel, Mississippi?" Laurel is the official filming location for the home renovation show on HGTV called Hometown, starring Erin and Ben Napier. This show is one of my favorites for a lot of reasons. Our family roots come from small towns, and it does my heart good to not only see old homes being renovated, but hometowns as well. The revitalization of communities is special, making what was old new again and relevant for a new generation. I was excited to get to visit Laurel to see some of the shops that had been featured on the show, and you can definitely see the positive impact that Erin and Ben have made to their hometown. But there is more to this not-so-little small town, as you will see. As we were driving I-20 east towards Mississippi, we found lots of flat farmland, as you can see. At times, it seems as if we could see for miles and miles. Then at other times, the land was covered with tall pine trees. Even though we were on the interstate, we found this landscaping to be very comforting. As we approached the Mississippi River, we could see the bridge reaching high above the treetops. Each time we crossed the Mississippi, I always look for tugboats or barges and think of my Uncle Donnie. He worked on tugboats for many years. I remember driving with Aunt Carrie to drop him off or pick him up. They've both passed away, so these memories always warm my heart and brings a smile to my face. Due to health issues, we both have to stop every couple of hours or so. So after crossing the Mississippi River from Louisiana into Vicksburg, we stopped to stretch our legs. We stopped by the Mississippi Welcome Center to get a good look at the river and the bridges that cross here.
Now we have made it to Vicksburg, Mississippi. We're at the Information Center. Let's go check this out and take a look at the bridges behind us.
This high vantage point allows us to see the true size and beauty of the Mississippi River. This is a great view, don't you think? As we continued on, one thing that I never realized was how many hills there are in the Vicksburg area. Once we reached the Jackson area, it was time to get off the interstate and head south. To us, it's always more fun driving the smaller roads than staying on the interstate, because you never know what you're going to see. For example, here is a fun little roadside attraction just north of Laurel that we had to stop at.
Hot Coffee, Mississippi. This is where I need to come, except I need to come when they're open.
By the time we reached Laurel, it was already dark, so the downtown businesses were closed. But this allowed us to drive around to get a better idea of the layout of the town without lots of traffic or crowds. And, as a bonus, we got to see some of the sights with their decorations all lit up. This gave us the chance to see for ourselves what the town is like beyond the TV screen. The next morning, we got an early start exploring the downtown area. It's got a unique charm with 3 roundabouts, which is something you don't see every day. There are several murals on the buildings that add a vibrant touch to the town, making it a perfect spot for some memorable photos. Here is an important tip for you. With this unusual old downtown layout, be sure to watch for stop signs so you don't drive through one like we did. The old downtown area has a few restaurants to choose from, several apparel shops, and a few other shops that might surprise you and keep you shopping all day. Since we are talking tips, here's a fun tip for you to think about. If you want to see the town but want someone else to drive and tell you some of the history, be sure to check out the golf cart tours. These are a fun way to get a relaxing look at the town. At the intersection of Central Avenue and Spec Wilson, look to your left and you will see the historic train depot. Turn right and you will see the Scotsman General Store and Woodshop. If you are a fan of the show, you should recognize the truck and the train mural. Now, let's take a look at the stores we visited. First up was the Scotsman's General Store and Woodshop, owned by Ben and Erin Napier. Walking into the store is like stepping into a classic general store with a modern twist. I loved all of Ben's sayings on t-shirts, hats, and cups. They are so fun. One of my favorites is, measure once, cuss twice. Dang. This is Ben's workshop you see on the show, where they design and build some of the special items you see in the houses they remodel. Not only is it a wood shop and general store that offers all kinds of handcrafted items, you will also find an area full of homemade goods like pancake mixes, syrups, jams, jellies, and pickled items. You will find belts, leather bags, cutting boards, puzzles, books, and more. They also have smaller souvenir items like cups, magnets, stickers, and postcards. Just look at the wall of homemade treats. How many of you remember plates and bowls like this? I do. This is an old-fashioned snack bar. They have popcorn, hot roasted nuts, coffee, snow cones, cookies, trail mix, and everyone's favorite, moon pies. Another really cool thing to check out is their walk-in refrigerated area, where you can pick out some of your favorite old-time sodas, as well as some very unusual flavors. Some of these sounded pretty good, like coconut and cream, strawberries and cream, and old-fashioned root beer. Some of the strange ones were peanut butter and jelly, bacon maple syrup, mustard, ranch dressing, pickle soda, and butter soda. Can you imagine the pranks you could play on someone?
Okay, I saw something in there and I'm gonna try this. Peanut butter and jelly soda. Let's see what this tastes like. You ready? You want first sip?
No, you go right ahead.
Huh?
Let him do this.
You don't want first sip?
No,
Here,
I do
here.
not.
I'll share it with you. I'll share it with you.
Go right ahead.
All right, here we go. Peanut butter jelly. That's interesting. Taste of that. Come on, taste of that. Taste of it.
Interesting. Okay, it's not horrible.
Oh, you've got to try these weird flavors. You never know what they're going to taste like.
After you have visited the snack shack and the cold drink cooler, you can bring your goodies outside to the picnic tables to sit for a while and let the kids play a game or two of cornhole. Before you continue to explore the town, be sure to walk up the stairs to the overlook deck. From here, you can get a better view of the area and the train depot. The railroad and depot are such a huge piece of history and a reminder of how important the railroad has been to Laurel. It's another place that makes you feel like you're stepping back in time. Next, we stopped at the Laurel Mercantile. This is another absolute must-see. I just loved this store. It's packed with all sorts of charming home goods and gifts, and they carry a good selection of Ben's Scotsman wood products as well. It was so nice to see such a big collection of local artists and craftsmen's creations represented here. Some of Erin's crafts are also on display here, including some of her handmade jewelry and drawings. I love old quilts, so I was excited to see how they had transformed some of these old quilts into everything from purses, small zippered bags, and even earrings and Christmas ornaments. You've got to check these out. This mercantile has so many wonderful items. Make sure you take your time and see what all they have to offer. Another charming thing about the shop is that they are staffed by locals that show genuine Southern hospitality. After visiting the mercantile, we visited the scent library. This store was a dream of Erin's, and you can see how it came together in one of the episodes. It's a sophisticated yet homey store that's full of wonderful fragrances for the whole family. You will find candles, soaps, room sprays, scented waxes, and all types of assorted gifts. I was really excited when Mallory, one of Erin's friends from the show, came up to me and started telling me a little about the store and pointing out some of their most popular fragrances. She was as friendly in person as she is on the show, and it was nice to get to meet her. Next, we checked out a store called the Cotton Boll. This cute little store is a great place to pick out unique items and souvenirs. Then, if you have a sweet tooth, Shugs cookie dough and candy bar next door is the spot for you. But if you're trying to stay away from sugary treats, you might want to avoid this one. Everything looked delicious and it was so tempting. Everyone we talked to recommended that we drive around the neighborhood on the north side of the downtown area to see some of the beautiful old homes. As we were driving out to look at the homes, we were taken back in time by the architecture of the Laurel Little Theater, City Hall, Courthouse, and the churches. These designs are classic and have stood the test of time. The churches in town are beautiful, and they provide the spiritual foundation of the families that make this town what it is. As we passed by them, we noticed the road was shaded by huge oak trees that added to the southern charm. I've always loved driving down roads like these. Even though the town looks very tiny on TV, it's bigger than it appears. Its population is around 17,000, but it still manages to keep the warm, small town feel. Each of these has played a key role in preserving the charm and small town character that makes Laurel so special. Erin and Ben are blessed to have friends like Jim and Mallory Raspberry and Josh and Emily Knoll. They have all played a special part in the renovation and revitalization of this hometown. Overall, Laurel is such a beautiful town with so much to offer. Whether you're a fan of hometown or just looking for a lovely place to visit, we highly recommend you check it out. The town's charm, the friendly people, and the unique spots make it a place you'll want to experience for yourself. Before we wrapped up our short visit, we had to stop by Hellfighters USA. Even though we had only heard about this place a few days earlier, we found it to be an incredible business with fascinating history that quickly grew close to our hearts. Originally starting in the 1920s as a sign painting business, they now focus on helping men who have recently been released from jail. Their mission is to support these individuals as they reincorporate into society by providing them with the tools and resources they need to build a new path forward. Their efforts to give back to the community and their support for these individuals is truly inspiring. After graduating from the 12-month rehabilitation program, the men have the opportunity to work in the bike and repair shop. No matter if you love motorcycles or not, you should stop by this place and take a look around. You will find much more here than just motorcycles. one thing to keep in mind is each purchase you make helps support this mission and their continued success. Even though our visit was short, we had a blast. But too soon, we had to hit the road and head home. Check out some of the things we saw on our way home. You never know what you will see. Thank you, Jeremy, for taking us on this little detour. I loved it. Be sure to check out the description for a link to our blog where we include links to everything you see in this video. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you will subscribe to our channel so you can come back often to see where our travels will take us next. Until then, keep smiling, and we'll see you next time on Have Fun, Let's Travel.